One of the sponsors of the Sedex conference this year is AsiaInspection, and Audit Services Manager Gabriel Amouyal is with us. He's based in China, so can give us a particular perspective from there. Tell us first of all the kind of services that you're finding that clients are asking for these days.
What we see as a trend is, of course, we still continue to do audits as our main services, but really see a trend with our clients on education also. So we've started programs where we go back on factories after the audits to help the factories to solve the non-compliance. We've also had a lot of demands to open our e-learning platform to the suppliers, actually, to give the knowledge base to the suppliers to improve. So this is really a trend.
How variable, though, amongst companies in Asia is the understanding of corporate social responsibility? Because I imagine that lots of the different companies are at different stages in that process.
There's really a big difference and a big gap between companies. So that's why there's still a work to do, I would say, on also risk-based approach to implement and on understanding and awareness. So if we take the example of China, we have a continuous improvement in the last 3 years, but we see that there is still work to do on awareness on health and safety, on environmental issues.
The subject of this conference is defining beyond compliance, trying to go beyond those sort of regulatory requirements that are made of companies around the world. How clear is the understanding of what beyond compliance is across Asia?
There is, I think, a mindset which is coming and a need that we see from suppliers to do something differently from what is being done currently with compliance. I've seen factories and suppliers recently who have been audited twice in a few weeks for different customers and having technical discussions on whether they need smoke detectors every 9 meters or 12 meters. And this is something that is really coming back. So there is really a need. I don't think there is a common understanding of what is this need and what is the solution, but there is really a need that we see from Asia.
Many of the reasons for going beyond compliance and having compliance in the first place is to ensure that people and the environment are protected. What benefits are you seeing with regard to workers, the conditions that they're working in, and the environment from compliance and beyond compliance?
What we see and what we are doing actually is to go on the risk-based approach in comparison with compliance. So it's going for a few years already, but what we see, for example, is recently much more targeting on where the risks are. So we've been working much more on auditing, for example, stitching centers in India. That's where the risks are more than sometimes the main suppliers, or the topics on where the risk is. For example, chemical management for the dyeing mills on the textile and apparel supply chain. So this is definitely, I would say, in terms of going beyond compliance, targeting efficiency and impact.
How visible, though, are the benefits to health and safety for workers as a consequence of that risk approach?
The workers actually are much more involved when they see the benefits that they get from this. So on health and safety, typically, especially now that the tools are developing with workers' voice solution getting here, when the workers see the impact, they get more involved and they get more cooperative with us. And on the environment, that's something we really see working as well, is that this is targeting the communities around the factories. So there is really, I would say at every level, even at the management level in the factories, an interest for that, because their life and their family and their children will benefit from that.
Gabriel Amouyal from AsiaInspection, thank you very much.
Thank you.